girls, I'm tired of sitting here. Let's go.
I can't believe it. There was an announcement in the paper. Her friends must have realized she died. Why didn't they come?
Oh, they were too busy celebrating.
You go ahead. I just want to sit here a while longer.
I hate this. I am not good at firing people. I've never been good at confrontations.
How about when you made that cop cry?
Then he wasn't much of a cop, was he?
Are you all right, honey? Wonderful, wonderful. I always wanted to have a nose like Joe Frazier.
Ma, how long were you listening at the door?
I wasn't listening at the door.
Oh, then why was your face pressed against the crack?
That's what the crow said!
Get out! Well, Marguerite, I guess we just let our superstitions get the best of us, and I think we owe you an apology.
No, I owe you an apology. Because you're right, I'm a lousy housekeeper. I feel like such a silly goose. He wasn't the only one who was up all night.
You were too?
Yes, I had time to do a lot of thinking.
And?
And of course I'm going to do it.
Blanche, you're a brave lady.
Oh, you really are, honey.
No, I have to. I don't want my sister to die. I want her to live.
Wanted to.
You mean she has the energy, just not the desire?
Exactly. You know, her mother lived to be 94 and was active right up until the very end. I remember when Grandma was in a wheelchair, she was on the go from morning till night. But she always had time to talk to her grandchildren. Gee, if I close my eyes, I can...
You're mad because you didn't get the part.
Well, you're darned right. Was Phyllis really better than me?
Much better.
Oh,
But you are a far more attractive woman.
I know. What's your point?
Well, Blanche, I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I hardly know you, but would you consider having dinner with me tonight?
Well, yes.
Go by me. I'm in and out on my children's first names. It's the 117th anniversary of the birth of Robert Frost. I love him, always nipping at your nose. That was Jack Frost. Robert Frost is the guy who interviewed Richard Nixon on TV.
Oh, you little pirates. All right, you got it. Now get out of here.
Thank you, Blanche.
Oh, beat it.
I can't believe you did that.
Don't worry, that check was written on our vacation account that we closed last week.
Doing?
I always dreamed of retiring.
I just don't want you to wake up one day and think that you've missed the opportunity to do something really great.
Rose, it sounds like you're maybe just bored with me. Look, let's take a rain check on tonight, okay? I'm feeling kind of tired anyway. I'll call you tomorrow.
The way the fortune it took Daddy a lifetime to build.
Kirsten, it's not that simple.
Just tell me how it happened. How could you go through everything Daddy earned?
I don't know. Bad investments. I guess I got a little greedy. You know, get-rich-quick scheme.
Poor baby.
Well, I guess he wasn't homesick after all. Just old.
And for this, I fought my way back from a stroke?
I cannot believe this. If he had stayed here another lousy day and a half, we'd be rich.
What was that?
Here.
Oh, well, it's a perfectly lovely jet, Richard, but there was really no need to fly all the way to Atlanta for dinner. I'm just an old-fashioned girl. I would have been very happy with a quiet dinner at home.
You would?
Absolutely.
I'll just tell the pilot to turn the plane around.
No way!
Dorothy, would you like to try this one?
What is Kumi?
You are absolutely right. Where would you like to go?
Alex, structural engineering for, I'm going to go for it, 1,000. In fact, give me every category for 1,000.
Now, that's what I call real jeopardy. Dorothy, proceed.
What is the Verrazano? Makes it easier to breastfeed.
You had a chin. But then, of course, we also showed home movies on your forehead.
How are you feeling today, Sophia?
My ear hurts.
Ma, you were in a walkathon. Why should your ear hurt?
From talking on the phone last night to hundreds of well-wishers.
I think you better take a sedative before you look.
Don't be silly. I look at my face all the time. How different could it be leaning over? Oh, my God! Oh, my God, Dorothy, why didn't you tell me about this before?
Only on your back, Blanche. That way everything...
David! Oh, David!
Is this your kid?
Honey, what happened to you?
Hey, it wasn't my fault, I promise.
He stowed away in the airplane lavatory when they landed in Miami, and the authorities picked him up in the duty-free shop in Freeport.
You went to the Bahamas?
I went to the bathroom.
This kills me. You try it. No, I will not. And I don't think you ought to be talking to him like that either. He's practically your daughter's boyfriend.
What are you talking about? They hate each other. They fight all the time.
Very passionate fights. Oh, it has all the signs of a classic love-hate relationship.
Waffles, he loves waffles.
Good.
Well, I'll tell him at dinner. Dinner's better. He won't be rushing. I'll make something great. I'll tell him in bed. Yeah, bed's better.
It always works.
When he's asleep, I'll tell him when he's sleeping.
Renee, come on.
I'll sound like a wimp. I can't possibly tell him.
Mr. Chibaya. No, I couldn't sell my car to Rose. She's my friend. My great-granddaddy always used to say there are two things you never sell to a friend, a car and a slave. Because if either one of them quits working, you'll never hear the end of it. Of course, they hanged my great-granddaddy. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have. What do you give me for it?
I'm going to keep it as a reminder for the next time you behave like a big fat jerk.
Okay.
Oh. Honey, you sure you're going to be able to pretend to be surprised at that banquet?
Oh, of course. I pretended to be a virgin half a dozen times.
Come get him.
I got a date tonight and no jewelry to wear. Some scum's woman is wearing my mama's jewelry.
I wonder if jewelry comes from Jewish people. In Little Falls, the jeweler was Jewish. Jeweler, Jewish? I wonder if there's a connection. I think...
We'd go off chasing those rainbows together. But when the time finally came, all that was left was a big empty house and the headstone that marks her grave. And I decided that I gotta go leave her around.
Hi, Ma. Dorothy, good. I need to talk to you. Of course. What's up? Listen, Dorothy, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just being too critical, but you know how you've been fixing me up with men? Oh! Ma! Oh, you haven't had a good...
Honey, Dorothy, lighten up. Morning, Blanche.
Oh, the pup's still here.
Yeah, one more day, unless Ma decides to take him bar hopping.
How come you dressed so early?
Oh, I told Mr. Allen that I'd come in.
Just so worried about the poor little thing. I just can't sleep at all. You know, I'm such a lover of animals.
Well, she could be in a coma. Put a man within 5 miles, she'd roll over and shave her legs.
I am conducting a phone survey regarding health care for the elderly. May I ask your age? Well, that's not so old. And what's your general health? Well, that's good. What would you say is your annual income? Oh, that's very good.
I mean, I hardly know him.
I suppose, but it feels like I've known him for ages. And that he's known me. Oh, I found the most wonderful man in the world, and I owe it all to the two of you.
Rose, if you'll pardon the metaphor, if you hear something you like, don't analyze it, just dance to it. You understand?
I think so. Except what a metaphor is.
Who needs metaphor?
Truly, Si, I'd be delighted to do it.
Beautiful.
Guess what? I'm going to be in that commercial with Ma.
Dorothy, I told you I don't want a bunch of strangers traipsing through my kitchen.
We'll pay you $1,000 a day.
Allow me to give you the grand tour. Oh, no, don't come in here. Boys, I want you all to meet my best friend, Dorothy. Dorothy, this is Frank and Alan and Paul.
Hey, Dorothy.
You boys show her a good time. I would, but I want to have one myself.
I don't know. What difference does it make?
Oh, big difference. The Mortimer Club is restricted.
Barbara, why are you a member of a club like that?
Because they serve a great breakfast and the parking is free. Besides, it's their policy, not mine.
Yeah, but you tolerate it.
Dorothy, I tolerate a lot of things.
Are there any applicants for the new production assistant's job coming in this afternoon?
They'll be here at 2.
Hi.
How do you do, madam? I am Enrique Mas.
Mrs. Nyland is here on an age discrimination complaint.
I can assure you I will try very hard to help you.
Could I ask you something? I heard you mention you're going to be his memory. There's Charlie, my husband, not Charlie, my granddaughter. But you'd know that if you were still awake. But then today, I found that the lies I've been telling about Charlie are hurting Charlie. Husband and granddaughter, respectively.
When we go to the movies, who always stands in line for the popcorn?
I do.
When we vacuum, who always lifts up the furniture?
I do.
When we clean the kitchen, who always mops?
Dorothy.
Who cleans the mop?
I do.
She takes advantage, Rose, and it's time
To tell you sooner, but, well, I was afraid that you might not believe me.
And why should we, Miss Junior Prom 1946?
Why, you promised.
Dating the quarterback, she says. Buys her own corsage, spends the evening hiding in the basement, slow dancing with a rake.
I'm dying for your opinion on my movie. Come on, it's all set up in the living room. I didn't get the soundtrack in yet, but I did get the editing done. Now remember, this would be better with a bigger TV.
Yeah, we know.
And it'd be better with music.
We understand.
And of course it'd be better
It would be better with Shelley Hackrose. Just turn it on.
Here goes.
She just keeps on going. Oh, for goodness sakes! Why, you two could be celebrity lookalikes.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, you really think so?
Well, absolutely. So, which one's Cheech and which one's Chong? To Blanche. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Good morning, girls. Good morning, Blanche. Rose opened your letter. Blanche, I didn't.
Oh, it's no problem, honey. It's just another one of those letters from Meryl. I would read it to you anyway. They're not personal.
Not personal.
Richard, I never know where we'll end up.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. Even the paper boy knows where you'll end up.
You know what I mean. With Richard, I have to be prepared for anything. Last week, he asked me out to lunch. We ended up going horseback riding.
Personally, I've always been afraid of dating a wealthy man.
Why, Rose? Fear of gold booty to talk to. Gotta go.
Rose, honey, come over here and sit down a minute. Now, Dorothy and I have both been noticing how down you've been lately, and we're very concerned.
Oh, it's my work at the hospital. I know, I'm the one who volunteered. But it's not easy.
Look at it like you're making love to it.
It might help if you give her a reference she's more familiar with.
Okay, this is a rehearsal. We're going to run through it once, and then we'll do it for real. And go.
Guess what, Ma? This past week without him has just been miserable.
Well, at least you have the comfort of knowing you did the right thing.
Then why do I feel so rotten?
Dorothy, he's married. You have to forget
I
him.
can't just forget him.
Rose, come on. None of us is a schoolgirl anymore. Although, quite frankly, I am sometimes mistaken for one.
Oh, please, Blanche.
Ooh, I'm so scared. What is she gonna do, take away my self-denial privileges?
Ma!
Pussycat, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just missed you and wanted to say hi and see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. 10-day celibate. Harlot, magic carpet ride, the human luge.
But she was never cuter than when she simply called you shore leave.
Oh, God, I miss that moment.
One is making promises and in celebration of Rose's miraculous recovery, I've decided I'm going to go out more. But she's going to be a lawyer and I can't go out?
You know, I've never been afraid of dying. That's because I'm not going to stay.
Do we have any orange juice left?
No, we're all out. We're sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I'm going to call the cops if you don't get out of here right away, you pervert.
Hi, Father Rossi. Here's the canned goods for the needy.
Oh, no.
Passion of a priest, you really do. But you'd have to be the entire Vatican softball team to forgive me for the other time.
The other time.
I didn't mean it to happen. I was having a drink in the bar that they added onto that Greek diner when a woman sat down next to me. We talked, we drank, we broke a few...
He scared me to death.
Oh, me too.
He scared me, too. But you want to know something? It could be worse. I mean, we could each be alone. At least we're together. We have each other.
Well, not so far, but I thank you for asking. Now, Rose, I think I just better grab my day planner and skedaddle.
Yeah, you don't want to skedaddle, yeah? Don't you want to stay and have a drink before you go?
Sorry, I never drink and skedaddle. Besides, I have to stay sharp. I've got a handle.
Max, do you love me?
Sure. You?
I love you. Are you in love with me?
What is this, the Oprah Winfrey Show?
You know what I mean. Are you in love with me the way you were with...
Is that what this is all about? You think I put a curse on you?
Well, it's true. You got mad at us for firing you. That's why you reversed that love potion you gave me.
Honey, that wasn't love potion. That was Chanel number 5.
Rose, what does the letter say?
You read it, Dorothy. I need both hands to cover my ears in case it's bad news.
Dear St. Olafian, I'm afraid there's bad news.
What?
There's a drought in St. Olaf which threatens the crops.
Oh, no.
You're still mad at me, aren't you?
Yes, I'm mad at you. Every time you come into my life, something bad happens.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You know, I wish we can go back to the beginning, try again, go back to that first apartment. We didn't have much, but we were happy to have our own place.
Those were good times.
Well, it has to be better than spending it alone. I mean, see, Christmas for me is whoop, 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 whoop. Christmas for me has always been rotten and lonely as long as I can remember. I always have the Christmas spirit, but no one ever seems to notice. I never get gifts, cards, dyed eggs.
Dyed eggs, that's Easter.
Another rotten holiday.
Well, we do have cheaper brands, but anyone who's, serious about training wouldn't even go near them.
Well, then we'll take those.
Fine. You'll also need aerobic suits, warm-up outfits, wristbands, headbands, leg warmers.
Wait a minute. Leg warmers?
Well, you need something to keep your thighs warm. What are you using now?
Friction, that's what...
Everybody, this is Harry. Harry, this is Rose.
Rose.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
And this is Sophia.
Well, you must be Blanche's sister.
You must be blind.
Sophia's home just burned down.
Well, that's terrible.
Not to me. You know, there's an old Italian saying for times like this. Scappa tu sei malfortuna. What does that mean? Get away from me, you bad luck.
Been talking about this one all spring. It's the Omega 3000.
How much?
You know, that top is hand-embellished gold leaf detail work. The satin interior is imported from a small textile mill outside Gstaad.
How much?
It's also lead-lined.
We're not burying Superman. How much?
$6,000.
Actors. Why, he should have won the Oscar for Deliverance. Not to mention starting over. That Academy's just jealous. I mean, you put Mr. Sir Laurence Olivier in Cannonball Run, see what he can do. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia, but the answer's no.
Fine, break an old lady's heart. If you need me, I'll be out back with the rest.
A toast.
Okay.
To finality and closure. To husbands being out of our lives and gone forever. Wait, this is good. I mean, don't cry. Why are you crying?
Our husband, I can't do this. Of course you
Honey,
can.
you were
Rose.
doing just fine.
Well, that's because you were here. Tomorrow I'll be out there all alone, staring at my relatives who'll be ready to hoot and snicker at the first crack in my voice. They'll think I'm an idiot.
Please, it's family. They know you're an idiot. Marinara and Louise Polito's chicken cacciatore.
Louise Polito, isn't she the one who brags about being Al Capone's piano teacher?
True, 103 years old. Anyway, the judges voted. It was a flat-footed tie. That's when I went into sudden death.
And?
I just told you, it was sudden death.
Look who's home!
Dorothy, how was your cruise?
Oh, honey, it was fabulous. Oh, Lee was absolutely charming. We danced, we swam. The captain let me steer the boat. Oh, I'm upset because we haven't told her the truth about Buddy.
I thought everything turned out all right. She gave him the brush off. She didn't give him any money. He didn't even take the watch.
I know, but we're letting her live with a lie.
So a little lie gave her a lot of pleasure. What harm does that do?
Oh, I don't know.
Then what's the problem?
It doesn't seem... Oh, what?
Oh, he told me he was married.
Besides that, Blanche.
Oh, well, he was a little concerned because my pulse was slow and misbehaving. Rose, those pants, not with those shoes.
Blanche, the doctor.
Oh, you know...
Literary figures of our time. It's usually Faulkner, Fitzgerald, and Schwarzenegger.
Did he sign your book? Yes, but only after he refused to sign my thigh.
He was probably intimidated to see a thigh bigger than his.
Sandwich afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I guess sex and food are a big part of our lives. In fact, just recently, last summer or last spring, it's so hard to remember which.
Why does it have to be so hard?
The hardest part for me was explaining to my...
Wait, pilgrims are going to be showing up to kiss Dorothy's luncheon meat.
Ma, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but I acted positively and things are improving in my life. I don't know, now I feel that I have the power to make anything happen.
Boy, is it beautiful out there today.
Thank you. Doing here?
Oh, there, Michael.
Hello, Blanche. I was with the band up in Fort Lauderdale. We got a free weekend. I thought I'd swing by.
Oh, it's a shame you missed Sophia. She just left.
Yeah, but she'll be back tomorrow. Go sit down. Tell me, what is new?
Well, to be honest, Mom, a lot. I'm getting married.
I don't know.
Oh, honey, please, we're really sorry.
Well, I might forgive you, but I can't speak for Baby.
Is there something we can do to smooth things over?
Well, a kiss on the...
Why does it say here that you were in his house for 2 hours?
We were just talking.
Then why does it say the explosion was so great it shattered windows in the building next door?
Rose, that's an article about an earthquake in Guatemala.
Who's there?
Oh, no offense, dearie. I didn't say that everyone there was an idiot. It just seemed, though, that per capita they had more than their share.
Oh, well, per capita, you're probably right. So, do you live in Northern Falls?
No.
At Doug's wake, people got up and said wonderful things about him, but he wasn't there to hear it. I don't want that to happen to me. I want to hear how people feel about me. I want to be there to listen as they salute my grace, my wit, my inner beauty.
Ma, writers cost money.
You know, folks, I've been at this job almost 4 years now, and in that short time, I can honestly say that I have never seen such an inept, clumsy, downright stupid attempt to avoid paying income tax.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
Both to know that I don't enjoy failing anybody, especially this kid. But he's lazy. In his book report on A Tale of Two Cities, he said he liked them both, but he really prefers Minneapolis, because that's where Prince is from.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, honey.
Boy, it's really coming down out there.
I've never been through a... But I'm sure if you just give me a chance, we'll become fast friends. Dorothy, I really wish you'd respect my feelings about this.
I really wish you had voted for me in the Little Miss Brooklyn pageant.
Hey, I calls them as I sees them. Now, ladies, please.
The scuba gear, the carpet, the dicky.
It turns out it was one of their trusted servants who was trying to frame poor Duncan.
Oh, don't tell me. The butler did it?
No, he just thought of it. He made the maid do it. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, honey, I think your mother was looking for you.
Irreplaceable, you.
Dorothy, I just had a terrible nightmare.
Oh, what was it?
This. Wake it up. Stanley, think of me as the Berlin Wall. Try to climb over me, and you'll know what Bob... But I joined this mammals with blowholes thing. I didn't expect to be carrying picket signs on some grungy dock. I was hoping more for a fundraiser cocktail party with Chinese lanterns and Hispanic waiters in tight black pants.
Any questions?
Plenty. Can just anybody walk in off the street and make my daughter pregnant?
We screen the applicants very carefully. We know everything about them. We know their body type, their IQ, their eye color. Any more questions?
Yes, just one. What in hell are we doing here?
When I'm alone, with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do? What'll I do? Oh, Miles, I don't know what you're so worried about. Rose is a wonderful woman. She's so loving and caring. All right, so she's not perfect, so she has a few faults.
Like what?
She's maddening. St. Olaf stories, sock puppets. And she's so cheerful.
Patient.
That looks like it's working. Grace loves animals, always has.
Oh, everybody does, Mr. Hubbard. That's why ancient man, when he discovered the need for pets, turned to the animal kingdom.
I see.
What a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, you can force us to stay here all night, but I'll be damned if you're going to force us to celebrate the most joyous holiday of the year with you.
Yeah, but
I've been sitting in the backseat of the car for half an hour. What am I, a dachshund?
Ma, be careful. Rips the guy's throat out. Look, I know you've seen this movie 6 times, so you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. Does this mean you've decided to run away instead of going to see that judge? Well, I can't make you change your mind.
Hurricane before.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. I've been through a couple of hurricanes. Actually, they could be kind of fun. I remember one when I was married.
Married?
Married. When I was married.
Add my name to it.
Well, no, not this time, but next time.
What makes you think there'll be a next time?
Well, Dorothy, I did rewrite your article, but Well, they asked for a lot of changes in just a few short hours, so I submitted your pages and, well, I was just too embarrassed to tell them.
Hell, is that really you?
No, it's Klaus von Bülow.
Oh, Mel, it's great to see you. Blanche thought you were dead.
She did? I love it. What makes you think something could kill Mel Bushman?
Where have you been?
I was on a vacation. What's the big deal?
This time, I'm gonna become a nun.
Do you believe what we just heard?
I can't believe anybody would want to be a nun. I mean, nun. The word says it.
Where am I supposed to sit again?
Oh, anywhere you damn well please. What the hell difference does it make
Oh, so first you were a teacher, and then you decided to become a priest.
Actually, at first I went to medical school for a year. Then I quit.
When I'm alone, with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do? What'll I do? Same way about me, and I can't tell you how flattering that is. I mean, at this stage of a woman's life, to have someone instantly feel that spark for her is a dream come true. All right, maybe in the dream he wouldn't be a priest. But that doesn't make it any the less flattering.
Rehearsal. It's such a nice day. I think I'll walk. Like that? No, I'll probably take longer strides when I get to the sidewalk. Bye.
I meant her costume. I mean, people are going to think she's nuts.
You think she's nuts anyway. This'll confirm it.
How?
Oh, George, what a great 3 days. This has been a wonderful honeymoon.
It should be. You waited long enough.
Wrote the kids about you.
Really?
Oh, not about us. About you. About how you knew their father. They found it unbelievable.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that you and I finally met.
Oh, I thought you meant they wouldn't believe there were any dinosaurs still around from World War II.
Speaking of dinosaurs...
To be here.
Well, looks like we're all here.
Oh, there's my date now. Why, he must be lost. I'll just go get him and bring him over.
Tell me, where are you from, Raoul?
It's a
Bed hopper. Don't hang up on him. That man cares for you. Hop. Hop. Go with your feelings.
Glenn, I thought I told you I don't want to talk to you.
That's right. If he wants to talk or hop, let him do it with his wife.
Don't deny your passion. It's unnatural.
Look, Glenn, you are making this fine, but it cost your friend his party's nomination.
Well, I checked this guy out. He's a pro. Oh, imagine my face gracing the pages of Miami's biggest penny saver.
Blanche, all this commotion over a penny saver?
Well, I know it isn't exactly vogue. She's something. I'm really proud of her. Now, if I could just manage to rope myself a doctor that easily.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl. He's back. I saw him running across my...
That's it.
Look, it would be wrong for me to keep quiet and just let you go off with this guy when I know you're going to be hurt.
Look, Dorothy, you've had your say, but I do not agree with you, so please just stay out of it. If you're trying to help me, you're just kidding yourself. Darn it, I forgot my lucky silver dollar.
What do you need that for?
To get lucky.
Oh, the question.
No, Rose, I'm not going to work. Oh, girls, I just can't. Donald will be there.
Blanche, you're going to have to face that man sometime.
Look, I appreciate your concern, Rose, but I will not go into that museum today. I have my dignity. I have my pride.
Oh, Blanche, your copy of Slung magazine just arrived.
You lose your breath.
You lose your earring.
Your mouth waters.
Your nose runs.
Your heart races.
Your blood races.
Rose,
Say it, Ernie.
it's time, Rose.
Check, please.
Oh, Doris. Oh,
He asked me to say goodbye.
oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Boy, I could sure use a family hug right now.
Oh, darling. Oh, honey. Dorothy, you've had a rough day.
I'll tell you what. You go on and get into bed, and I'll bring you a nice cup of hot chocolate.
Pop's been dead 27 years.
What's your point?
What are you saying?
Isn't it obvious, Dorothy? She showered with a dead man for 5 years.
Rose, what did you want?
I got 2 tickets to the hottest Norwegian musical in town.
Rose, you've really
Take me now, Lord.
No one expects trouble from a cow. The plan was we would drop these highly trained killer cows behind the enemy lines. It wasn't until they were airborne that we realized...
Picture my face on this jar filled with my tomato sauce. We could put Paul Newman out of business.
Ma, if you had your choice of a spaghetti sauce with your picture on it or Paul Newman's picture on it, which would you choose?
Back to square one?
What's to talk about? Your mother's a stubborn old goat who apparently pays $1.50 to have her hair done.
What is going on between you two?
I don't want to talk about it.
Now look, I have spent weeks working on this surprise only to have it blow up in my face. Now don't you think that I at least...
People. Isn't that right, Rose?
No, it was because in the drought of '49 their house melted and kept the town from dehydrating.
Listen, Ma, I have an idea. Why don't you come and play golf with Raymond and me?
I would love to, but I don't own any ugly...
Oh, guess what? He says it's cold in Minnesota.
Get out of here.
Charlie, is it cold enough that if you put your tongue on something metal, it'll stick? Sure, I'll hold.
But we're a family nonetheless, and you can't break us up.
Well, as moving as all this is, I can't help you. I got to file my report, and either Mrs. Devereaux has to bring the house up to code, or somebody's got to leave.
Wait just a minute. These women no longer live in my house.
Blanche, what are you saying?
I'm saying that it's not...
You could wash them. I mean, before dishwashers, people didn't just eat and wipe the dishes on their pants.
I used to love washing dishes. Oh, in Minnesota, the whole family'd get together and wash dishes. Even Uncle Gustav, after the giant Swiss Army knife accident, learned it.
I'm Vaxie, hotel security. Nobody touch anything.
Oh.
You say no one was in the room but her and the victim? That's right, sir. He's dead, all right. Steak knife right through the heart.
That must be what killed him.
St. Olaf?
I think there's a connection between your brain and wallpaper paste.
I don't know why people even have dogs at all. I don't like anything in my house that doesn't know how to use the toilet. See ya.
Easy, because you're afraid I'm going to fall apart. Damn it, why is this happening to me? I mean, this isn't supposed to happen to people like me. You must have gone to bed with hundreds of men. All I had was one innocent operation.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hi, Mom.
So you started up with your married man again.
How did you know?
I'm the amazing Kreskin. I was listening outside the door.
Oh, Ma.
Oh, I can't put my ear to the door, but you can put your...
Ma!
Your apartment.
Thank you.
It kind of looks like something out of Miami Vice.
Really? Are you a fan of the show?
I adore it.
Me too! Miami Vice has been the biggest influence on my life. That's why I joined the police force. That's why I drive a fancy car. That's why I wear expensive Italian suits. That's why I'm up to my neck in hock.
I don't care what Dorothy says. I'm not spending my vacation in New York.
Well, it might be interesting. I've never been to New York.
You haven't, Rose? I'm shocked. You're so cosmopolitan.
Well, take it from me, you're not missing a thing. The people are rude, streets are full of criminals, everything.
You know, Dorothy, the two of us could get into that bottom bunk and have some fun again. What do you say? For old time's sake?
I don't know. Oh, okay, but let's do it right. What say you run down and buy some good wine and...
Grand opening in time for the big beach festival this weekend.
Sophia, it's getting damp and chilly out here. You're gonna catch yourself a cold.
Please, I haven't had a cold in 40 years. This is the worst cold I've had in 40 years.
My back is killing me. I feel dizzy and nauseous. Every joint in my body feels...
Well, Ilsa sat on his compass, and they got so lost they walked to Finland. And that's when Canute said you can't go home again.
Well, that's very,
Stupid!
Rose? Rose!
Rose, what does the letter say?
You read it, Dorothy. I need both hands to cover my ears in case it's bad news.
Dear St. Olafian, I'm afraid there's bad news.
What?
There's a drought in St. Olaf which threatens the crops.
Oh, no. I feel bad for Blanche. She's done nothing but mope around this house since she and Jake broke up.
Oh, don't expect me to feel sorry for her. I mean, it's not very often that somebody as special as Jake comes along and she throws him away.
What's everybody doing up?
Well, we were just talking about how dumb you were to give up Jake.
Still
Eyes met. Sonny fell into the orchestra pit. Lyle forgot his lines and went into Under the Yum Yum Tree. Except for the reviews, it was a magical night.
Sonny, Bono, and Lyle Wagner. Dorothy, this is an embarrassment of riches.
I want
Don't get any privacy. One of us always ends up sharing a bed. Every time someone visits, I'm in your room, you're in my room, she's in her room, she's in your room. Look at me.
What?
You're getting a cold.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Tomorrow you'll have a cold.
What is this, the curse of the Catwoman?
I get those antique silver earrings that you never let me borrow.
You're on.
Now, come on, Blanche.
Blanche, do you want to have a side bet with me?
Well, I would, Rose, but everything you own is so damn ugly. Oh, I can't wait to whip your butt.
Fired.
Rose, we just did that part, honey.
Sorry, I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
Of course, we'll pay you for the rest of the week. Oh, Marguerite, I hope you understand.
I never been fired from any job.
We're really awfully sorry.
Well, you should be.
I was outside of town when I said, honey, why? They don't even have a football team.
He answered by slipping a ring on my finger and proposing marriage. Well, I could not believe it. I just sat there for almost half an hour, just staring at that ring. Finally, I said, honey, this will not
Discuss anything about what he wrote in his letters.
Rose, what we really have to do...
Yes, I shouldn't push it. I mean, if he wants to hide the romantic side of himself because it embarrasses him, that's fine with me. I just don't understand why you won't explain how a smudge pot works.
Yes, Rose,
Here we are, ladies. 2 champagnes.
Thank you.
There's a dent.
Well, Blanche, what do you think?
Sophia, what have you done?
Save my pocket little Sicilian behind, that's what. When Dreyfus didn't come home again this morning, I went to the pet shop and got a duplicate. Amazing, isn't it?
Dorothy, I really need for you to understand this. I've been thinking a lot lately. I think we're in this for the long haul. Dorothy, I think this is going to be a very serious relationship.
A man who is open, caring, honest, who has eyes only for me.
Pussycat, you got your roast beef. Don't push it.
That was the hospital. Stevens had a heart attack.
do. Grandma says we have to rehearse tomorrow. In fact, we can't do anything fun because of the stupid pageant. I wish I could just go home.
Here we go. But before we sing our little hearts out, how about a hug for the best grandma in the world? Sophia.
Yeah, but it would have been more touching if it hadn't been a felony.
Well, still, though, it just goes to show your hair may turn gray, your skin may wrinkle, but you're never too old for romance. So don't give up, girls.
You're absolutely wonderful, and I want you to live with me.
Live here?
Yeah, all this can be yours.
All this, well, it does sweeten the pot, but, Jimmy, I think you're missing the point.
You could name 6 of the Chicago's.
Rose, here are the poems I was going to read. Look, why don't you look them over and we'll discuss them the next time we're all together,
So long.
Bye, Blanche.
Actually, I was describing the evening.
Yeah, Burnett. Miles Weber. I just heard about the cheese man on...
Discuss anything about what he wrote in his letters.
Yeah, well, Rose, what we really have to do...
I guess I shouldn't push it. I mean, if he wants to hide the romantic side of himself because it embarrasses him, that's fine with me. I just don't understand why he won't explain how a smudge pot works.
Yes, look, Rose, here we are, ladies. 2 champagne. Thank you.
There's a death.
Rhode Island.
That it was not about sex. There's a lot more than that to Blanche Devereaux. My dream was to be a great scientist, work in a laboratory, do research, find a cure for the common cold.
You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. I really thought...
Then I'd knock all those test tubes off the table, grab a PhD, and show those lab rats.
They are going to have such a great time. What are you doing?
Oh, just doodling. What do you think?
Let's see. Oh, it's a tiger. With multicolored stripes, wearing a tuxedo, a top hat, and holding a magic wand. Oh, my God.
There's a lawyer. What are you, one of the Cosby kids?
This is boring. I want to watch MTV.
Yeah! We can't watch television. We're on a camp out.
No, we're not. We're in your living room. The camp out was called off. Remember?
Well, the rain doesn't have to spoil our fun. There's nothing we can do.
We're all artists. We're all misunderstood. He cut off his hair. Maybe I'll cut off mine.
He cut off his ear.
I have too many earrings.
We gotta go. I hate to leave. I've never seen a show like this before.
Well, isn't that something? You think you know somebody, then you find out something like this. Hard to believe.
I'll see. To think Dorothy's lived with the Temptations. I've never even been to one of their concerts.
Yes.
Did I complain when she ruined your sweater when she washed it in the ditch out back?
She ruined my sweater?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Come on, Ma, she's not going to be here that much longer. I mean, I wish you'd try to be patient. She's out with Blanche right now, looking at another place.
And how many places has she seen in the past 3 weeks?
Rush!
It's not like you have a date tonight.
Ma.
It's not like you have a date any night or any day.
Look, Ma, when I find somebody worth going out with, I'll go out with him. Now, will you please stop nagging me?
Nagging? Is that what it's called when a mother wants a little happiness for her daughter?
Ma, I'd like to finish these glasses before Gloria gets here.
Your sister's not...
Cabs, one for Blanche and me, and one for you, because you're making me crazy with all your questions.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a little worried about traveling out of the country. You know, with all the problems in the Middle East.
Rose, we're going to an island in the Caribbean. Our biggest worry is getting strap marks. Come on now.
For nearly a month, so it seemed perfectly logical when he dropped by cheerleading practice and asked me to marry him. Oh, I thought he was a wonderful catch at the time. He was 40, out of work, twice divorced, had 3 kids. But
Oh, you poor things. Oh, I feel awful for you. Well, the important thing is to keep your spirits up and don't get upset. Oh. Hello. Oh, hello, Steve. I'm all ready to go. What are you talking about?
There was a riot at home. His show at the club stank. What's so entertaining about a Cuban beating a drum?
Rose, there's an I Love Lucy marathon on tonight. You want to stay up and watch it with me?
That sounds great. Who's in it?
Who's in it? Oh.
Honey, listen, don't panic. As soon as the girls get home from work, we'll fan out through the neighborhood and we'll find Dreyfus.
No go, Blanche. I need to handle this myself.
Why?
Because if Dorothy finds out I lost Dreyfus, she'll never trust me with anything again. That's why I'm begging you, please. Promise me, on your mother's grave, you won't breathe a word.
I cannot believe it is Saturday night and I, Blanche Devereaux, the most witty, stunning, criminally sensuous woman to come out of the South since Miss Tallulah Bankhead.
How about some ice cream? You ladies care to join us?
No, thanks. We don't want to spoil our dinner.
Not that that outfit hasn't done a good job already.
Buzz, I'm not sure I should go. You see, I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm involved with...
Oh, no. You're not a substitute nurse, too, are you?
I'm sorry about your knee. You know, you wouldn't have been blindsided if you'd stayed in the pocket.
You know football?
I know everything. I see some people have already signed. Mom, look at this place. It's lovely.
Don't get any ideas, pussycat.
I'm not getting any ideas, Ma.
You're scheming. Remember Shady Pines, Dorothy?
Ma, where did you get those glasses?
They're an old pair of Pops, but at least they've got prescription lenses.
I know you can't possibly see through them. Now take them off before you hurt yourself.
No, they're great. I see just fine. Who's the black guy? Bune and Miami's own Sophia Petrillo.
He's way behind in the polls, but the election is 2 days away and a lot can happen in 2 days.
Well, I, for one, am going to do everything in my power to get Gil elected.
Oh, fine, you can start by taking this folder he left over to his house.
On the other hand, why should I deprive Rose of a chance to be
scarred? Each day a great time. The cream of the crop, it's the top of the line. Miami, Miami, you've got style. Blue sky, sunshine, by and by the mile. Miami, you've got...
It really was a spasm.
I love you. I said...
Oh, and I'll be helping you. Enrique will get involved and put you on TV only if your age discrimination case gets really ugly and the company tries to discredit you, drag your name through the mud, and make you look stupid.
I guess we can only hope.
Okay, I'll need to get some information from you.
Terry,
Hi, Al.
Rose, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I know we're just going to the movies, but
Dorothy, how sweet. Oh, that just gives me a warm, tingly feeling all over. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go slip under the covers and enjoy it.
Okay, Dorothy, she's gone. You can tell me the truth. You were talking about me, weren't you? That's okay. It'll be all right.
Miami was out cleaning the street with his tongue.
Sophia, we live in the greatest country in the world. A country founded on the principles of honesty, truth, and fairness. I am certain that once we present our petition, the democratic system will prevail, and our noble endeavor to save that mighty oak will prove victorious. Certainly sound pretty cakes.
Wait a minute. What about the present Blanche hid behind the couch?
Oh, my gift for you! I'll get it. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on your face.
Me too.
Here you go, sweetheart.
Wonders with Stan. You know, he's gotten him to transfer his love for me to a fake monkey.
What are you talking about?
Well, it really is very simple. You see, studies show that when baby monkeys are taken away from their mothers, they can transfer their love.
Get a prison term. But don't worry about it. I'll come by tomorrow night. We'll sit down and go over all the receipts. Here's the punishment.
I will not. Now get out, Stanley.
Calm down. I can eat it plain. Well, gotta go now. See you tomorrow night.
I can't believe this is happening. Our home...
Like taking it easy. I might have AIDS, and it scares the hell out of me. And yet every time I open my mouth to talk about it, somebody says, there, Rose, take it easy.
I'm sorry, honey.
Why me, Blanche? I'm tired of pretending I feel okay so you won't say take it easy. And I'm tired of you saying take it easy.
You catch 'em, you clean 'em. Blanche, aren't you embarrassed going through all this subterfuge just to get a man?
A man? I'm planning on getting a 6-month supply.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
Well, Dorothy, I'm ready to go to work. How do I look?
You look adorable.
Adorable? I want to look aggressive, powerful, like a corporate killer.
Lose the hat. Perfect. Now you look like the activities director at a retirement home.
Oh, Sophia, that smells heavenly. Is it Chef Boyardee?
Stick it in my heart, Rose. It'll hurt less. Oh, girls, I cannot believe how extravagant I've been. It cost too much money, but when I saw it in the window, I had to have it.
What?
Look at this.
What are you doing, Rose? I'm wrapping Miles' birthday present. I got him a golf club. But don't tell him, it's a surprise.
Rose, honey, you've got to use some imagination. Now, I know what men like for their birthdays. They like a surprise that makes their love...
Oh, good. I'm so glad you girls are here. Listen, I acted so stupid last night. I apologize. I need to talk.
Why, Blanche? No matter what we say, you're going to end up doing exactly what you want.
We told you last night you were pushing away a terrific guy, and you did, didn't you?
Yes, but you don't understand why I pushed John.
I'm not going to let you do this. Blanche is in a very fragile state up there. I'll be damned if I'm going to let you treat her like a common criminal.
Dorothy, it's all right. I'm coming down.
Blanche, you're out.
Blanche, what happened? What changed your mind?
Grammy came. She told me it was time.
Are you okay, honey?
Hey, now, Angela, there's something I want to give you. Here. That's a necklace Mama gave you. I know, I want you to have it. It's my way of apologizing for the way I acted.
Oh, Sophia, this is the nicest thing anybody ever gave me.
Don't get all choked up.
I've done it for so long now, I don't know if I can get by without it.
Well, maybe this is a good time to start.
Rose is right. Listen, you're going to get an A in that class. We're going to help you do it. And as far as that professor is concerned, you should report him immediately.
You think I should?
Absolutely. You know, when I first started teaching, the school...
Purse. I didn't really want any gum.
I wander now. I don't decide anything anymore. I wait for things to happen.
How did this happen?
Vincenzo, no il garage, ma una stanza da letto.
Stanza da letto? Sofia, tu mi hai detto dammi un garage di prima classe, ti ho dato un garage di prima classe.
It was a slight misunderstanding. You see, in Sicily, every region has its own diet.
Blanche, tell us about your date last night.
All I can tell you is Mr. Ted Tanner is quite a man, He suits me to a G.
You mean to a T?
No, I don't think so, then.
I do. I got a great idea for Gil's campaign. I'm making these bird feeders with his name on them to send around. And you think that's a dumb idea? And you feel like taking this bird feeder away from me and smashing it with this hammer. Like this.
Because I think you're making a very big mistake.
She seemed pretty upset.
We just fired her.
What do you think she meant when she said we were making a big mistake?
She meant
Thing.
No way, I'm really mad.
All right, it's late and I'm tired, so listen up.
Oh, Ma, you're going to tell us a story.
No, I'm going to do shadow puppets. See? An elephant eating a peanut? Happy? Of course I'm going to tell a story. Picture it. Morocco, the 30s.
But I can promise you I do not go to bed with men who wear wedding bands.
What if he took it off?
Then I'd see the tan line.
What if he was from Minnesota and had no tan?
Ooh.
Ew, so he's not good enough for you. Listen, my Charlie was 6'2" and... Here, where will we live?
Oh, don't worry, we'll live.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
It's so hard to find a place to live.
Well, you can just stay right here.
Well, that's settled.
Oh, gross. How can we stay here with Blanche and Harry?
Well, she just
You
said...
certainly can until you find...
Contract instead of an ID bracelet. Of course I mean Rocco.
I think he's kind of cute.
He is not cute. He is a bad influence. Ever since Ma started seeing him, she's on the phone all day. She stays up all night. Yesterday, she came home with NyQuil on her breath and his surgical stockings in her pocket.
Fixed it.
Oh, my God, Blanche, this bed is vibrating.
It better be at these prices.
Blanche, I don't think any of this was a very good idea.
I know what you need. Some music. You need some nice, soothing music.
Stan, did you really mean what you said about there not being that much between you and Chrissy?
That's right.
I'm glad, because now I don't feel so guilty.
What are you talking about?
Stanley, I don't feel the same way about us as you do.
You're kidding.
No, you know, what happened the other night?
Rose, you okay? I'm fine. Never better. In fact, I'm so fine that I've decided not to even get my results.
Oh, now, Rose.
Oh, look at all this stuff for the celebrity auction. Linda Evans compact.
यामातीच्या कणा हरे काचा मना मना यामातीच्या कणा हरे काचा मना मना माझा भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविल्या भर मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविल्या भर मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती फुटा फुटात पाहुणी माझ्या भीमाला म्हणून आता लाजतोय रथाचा म्हणून आता लाजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय तेल जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझ्याभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं या अतिश्रमान केलं जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझ्याभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं या अतिश्रमान त्याच्या संघर्षातून याच हा सारा समाज आता सजतोय हा समाज आता सजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला संविधान देशाचं भीमकरणीने शुभम साजतोय रे आता शुभम साजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय मातीच्या कणाकणा हरेकाच्या मना मना माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती बोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती